Rory McIlroy is in trouble. The four-time major champion has stalled at the BMW Championship, while his rival Scottie Scheffler is firing on all cylinders. Can McIlroy find a way to turn things around, or will Scheffler take home the title? It's anyone's game at the BMW Championship and is shaping up to be a thriller. After 3 rounds of playing, 2 golfers named Scottie Scheffler and Matthew Fitzpatrick were doing really well and were in the lead. Scottie Scheffler played exceptionally well in his round. He hit the ball into the holes in fewer tries than usual, and as a result, he finished his round with a score of 6 shots under what's considered a standard score. Matthew Fitzpatrick also did well in his round. He managed to hit the ball into the hole 5 times with fewer tries than usual, but there was a problem at the very end. So in conclusion, at the end of these rounds, both Scottie Scheffler and Matthew Fitzpatrick had the same score. They were tied because both of these golfers had a total score of 11 shots under what's considered standard after playing for 3 days. In simpler terms, both golfers were leading the tournament after 3 days of playing, with Scheffler doing really well throughout, and Fitzpatrick doing well too, except for a little hiccup on the last hole. Scottie Scheffler played in the 3rd round at the BMW Championship. During that round, he managed to swing at the golf ball well with high accuracy, managing to get the ball into the hole with fewer strokes than usual on 6 different holes. However, on one hole he took more strokes than expected, which cost him later, and ended in total finishing the round with a score of 64 strokes, which is quite good. This score was a result of his skillful play and ability to make successful shots on most of the holes he played. Then came Brian Harman, a golfer who recently won the British Open. He came in 3rd place in the BMW Championship. He was able to achieve this by playing a round of golf where he hit the ball into the holes with fewer strokes, and his total score after 3 rounds was 200. In the 3rd round, he completed the golf course with a score of 67. This performance is what helped make his way to the top of his position in this golf competition. Max Homa, who had set a very good record by completing the golf course with just 62 shots on the previous day, didn't perform as well on the 3rd day. He needed 71 shots to finish the course this time. On the first day, however, he did manage to put on a show and played exceptionally well, completing the first golf course in only 62 shots. This is actually better than a lot of other players out there, but on the 3rd day of the tournament, he didn't play as well as he did before, which he really needed if he wanted to keep moving forward, and needed 71 shots to finish the course. This change in performance affected his overall score in the tournament. During the tour, there was another well-known golfer. We're talking about Sam Burns, who managed to complete the entire course with an amazing score of 62, which means he was able to hit the ball with enough precision to fall into the golf holes fewer times than expected. This score was the same as another golfer, Max Homa, who was able to achieve this the day before. So Sam Burns' performance was really impressive because he was able to match up to the best score set by Max Homa. As a result, Sam Burns ended up with a total score of 203 for the tournament, and his incredible performance helped him move up in the rankings and improve his chances of doing well in the rest of the tournament. When it comes to golf, each day's play is equal to a day's worth of competition. We have another golfer, Lucas Glover. This professional recently won important tournaments 2 weeks in a row, but when it came to performing here on the 3rd day of the BMW Championship, it looked like he just wasn't in form, and he didn't get to perform as well as he did in the previous tournaments. Even though he has some previous wins under his belt, Glover's performance on this 3rd day of the championship wasn't as strong as we were hoping it would be. He ended up taking 69 strokes to complete the round, which is not as good as some of the other golfers. As a result, he finished the round with a score that put him 7 shots behind the golfers who were leading the tournament at the time. Rory McIlroy seemed to have started off really strong and was doing really well. He seemed to be hitting the ball well with the highest level of accuracy, which resulted in the ball landing really close to the target, and was able to score 4 points because of his accurate hitting. However, as the day went on, things started to change and it looked like McIlroy was in a bit of trouble. He even swung at the ball, but the shot wasn't as accurate as it should have been, and on 2 different occasions. This led to McIlroy losing some of his progress, and these less accurate shots are like small little setbacks. As a result, McIlroy finished off the day with him ranking a bit behind those who were in front of him by 4 points. Despite the setbacks, McIlroy felt he played decently overall, given the challenges he faced. During the middle of the tournament, Matthew Fitzpatrick didn't seem to be doing as well as he had hoped, but things slowly took off in the second half of the course, called the back nine. This is when he managed to hit the ball to land successfully inside the hole with fewer strokes than expected on 3 consecutive occasions, giving him 3 birdies in a row, which were on the 13th, 14th, and 15th holes. This excellent performance allowed him to move ahead of his competitor, Scottie Scheffler, and solidify his lead. All was going really well for this golfer, but then things took a turn for the worst. Matthew Fitzpatrick was playing on a course, and he was actually doing well, and was ahead of his competition, but when he reached the last part of the track, which is the 18th hole, he got into some trouble. There was a marshal who is usually there to help as a track official, but he accidentally got in front of the line where Fitzpatrick's ball was supposed to go. He actually stepped on the grass where the ball landed, and it caused the land to get a little uneven, which is not ideal. Because of this, Fitzpatrick's ball ended up in a difficult spot, making it harder for him to continue, and although he did manage to finish that part of the track, it still cost him some extra tries to do it. This made him lose some advantage since it took him more strokes than he had wanted to finish that part of the game. Because of this, he ended up tying with another player named Scottie Scheffler, who also did well in the game. Both of them were at the same score at the end, sharing the lead. Fitzpatrick expressed that if the marshal hadn't been in the way, his last try would have been easier, and he might not have needed any kind of extra tries, but he still chose not to argue or complain about it and just accepted the results as they were, and moved on. What are your thoughts on the third round at the BMW Championship? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to always be updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.